Tools screaming, dust flying, brains working overtime. Let's fly! Pipe on the grinder. Dust gets launched away from your lungs. Low-budget airflow engineering at work. Brick prices got so disrespectful, dude unlocked his own production line. Watching these galvanized steel tanks come together feels less like construction and more like the structure spawning into existence. Piece of wood twists the core right out, like it tapped into hidden physics. Warm, easy-to-build roof, packed with 22,000 pounds of straw like a giant insulation beast overhead. When good enough tires just stop being enough. Pipes running the show again. This chainsaw rig looks like pure backyard engineering wizardry. Pipes really out here getting new careers every time. Now, one of them's a tile cutter. Grinder plus zip ties just entered lawn trimmer territory. The fact this even exists is wild. Outdoor laundry chaos activated. This washer spins like it's chasing a world record. Zip tie pulls up again. Truck tire swap suddenly looks way less terrifying. With this mixer under your feet, bucket hauling officially retires. Zelv LFO4 lifts concrete 70 times faster than handwork. Heavy mixes fly up easy while your back stays off duty. Just like that, epoxy starts flowing like frozen ocean waves. Nobody warned this machine it'd end up in a setup like this. The most unexpected side quest of its life. Get ready, this tractor just got cast as part of a ferry. Didn't see that career switch coming. This vacuum monster pulls up fearless. 3-story gutters don't even scare it. This is what barbecue looks like on a rig. Extra, overbuilt, and honestly, kinda legendary. Foam upgrade hits different. Old vase walks out with a total modern glow-up. Somewhere between a trimmer and a mop, this guy unlocked car wash evolution. Campfire under a metal sheet, and suddenly the crew unlocked budget spa mode. Hey, why buy a boat when 8 plastic 55-gallon barrels and scrap lumber build you a full-size pontoon for a fraction of the price? Tape-based hole repair? Yeah, that twist catches you completely off guard. Once the bucket joins the game, even rails turn into a roadway. This wooden root washer barrel is oddly satisfying. Old school setup, seriously cool result. Ship shipping container turns into a custom cabin step by step. Rooftop deck, handmade windows, salvaged materials, and a lot of, wait, this used to be a cargo box? Sitting job just spread into another corner of the workforce. And honestly, it's impressive. Pipes, welds, and pure garage energy. Somehow this homemade jack actually slaps. Drill-powered boat motor. Peak DIY evolution. Until you realize the spare battery's still on shore. Gate really said, relax, I got this. Greenhouse pro trick. Wooden battens keep the plastic off hot metal. Tight tension kills the flapping, and the entire setup lasts way longer without tearing itself apart. Mini excavator skills on max level. Had me stressed for this dude like it was my own ride. Wheel spins, cable flies. Somehow this whole setup runs like a giant DIY machine dream. Bet this is the most epic cableway you've seen. 22 tons flying over a cliff like gravity signed a peace treaty. Smart little trick that instantly makes you go, why didn't I know this earlier? Free hot showers with zero electricity. Stack old plastic bottles into a self-made solar heater and let the sun do all the work. Peep the lazy genius solution. Ladder officially stays unemployed. Snow cleanup season hits, but bro turned the job into a sled attraction. Pouring concrete for a tight tunnel is a skill few master. Watch this crew nail every centimeter with zero mess and perfect results. Tiny gadget, huge save. Junction box soldering just got way smoother. No hole saw. Tin can steps in and somehow saves the day. Why pay for propane when old tires burn hot enough to melt solid tar into liquid for waterproofing? Free fuel and brilliant trick. Forklift pulls up with a sweeper attachment. Snow disappears like it owed somebody money. Logs flying through that wooden setup like nature just opened its own roller coaster ride. Tractor turned a brush cutter into a fertilizer launcher and casting spells across the whole field. Now, let's build a whole garage using recycled pallets. This useful life hack is a budget-friendly solution that saves thousands on material costs. Bucket and winch teamed up. Sand unloads itself like the truck is straight up glitching. Building your own in-ground pool from scratch? This builder shows the complete process, from digging to tiling, with no contractor needed. And it looks incredible! Rebar really starts flying when the whole squad syncs up like a machine. Who needs to hire landscapers? Just a few bags of concrete and wooden forms gets you a professional garden curb for under $100 that lasts for decades. Concrete mixer running solo. Loading, mixing, lifting. Whole build moving on one spinning beast. This slate lift setup looks like the crew turned the job site into their own amusement park. Budget pool from an IBC tank. Full step-by-step to turn a plastic container into your personal summer cool-down spot. Fish plus salad in one setup? Welcome to aquaponics. Fish feed the plants, plants clean the water, whole system runs like nature hacked itself. Side arches pushing your patience to the limit. Timber supports finally make the entire setup behave itself. Perimeter drain and foundation sealing done with insane precision. Most people would have rushed it. This guy treated it like art. Roof going up this fast and this clean, the whole gazebo's gonna be standing by sunset. Absolutely unreal build in the middle of nature. It literally opens itself up so you can live inside the view. A fully functional home built in 7 days. Yeah, this 60 square meter structure uses prefab methods to save massive amounts of time and money. Now the fastest way to cool off. It's installing this 5-meter fiberglass pool. It's a time-saving hack compared to traditional builds. Simply genius. Getting that roller onto the truck bed felt one mistake away from a full disaster movie. Check how this dead roof gets a full life upgrade. Shed dormer windows locked in. Daylight cue, whole space about to level up. Another column leveling trick unlocked. Added straight to the skill stash. At first, it's a chaos. Minutes later, a 600 square foot luxury floor born from 3 metallic epoxies. High-end alchemy. You're about to wonder why nobody told you sooner. Adding a whole new room can really be this easy. No blueprint, no rules. Foam goes wild first, then cement turns the mess into a modern cave build. While others argue laminate versus tile, these guys tackle the toughest seam and own it. Check how Wasp broke the housing game. Homes printed from local soil, fully circular, carbon neutral, climate ready, and priced so low it snaps the system. Just wow! Thought this dead wood was done for. Plot twist, it just got a glow up. I'm already reaching for my wallet. Fine stone details crown a clean concrete path. The slab got fully dressed with serious visual drip. Stripped screw holes. Cotton swabs bring the bite back. Flattening concrete at mega scale. No fancy gear, just a savage leveling hack that actually works. Imagine laying this hypnotic micro-tile mosaic in real time. No speed up, all patience. These guys earned a sub check and a bell tap. Beaten block goes hands-on. Pour it, mold it, pop it, and boom! A fresh concrete block drops. Detail hell avoided. Painters chose brains over panic. That concrete and wood look would cost you a fortune, but she skipped the bill and shaped it all from concrete by hand. Still can't get over it. Secret unlocked. Slap a shovel onto a jackhammer and hard ground stops fighting back. When dust gets curious, shut it up. Drill hook plus vacuum turns ceiling work tight and quiet. Don't buy a stove, build one. Just like this craftsman constructs a fully functional furnace from scratch, proving you only need skill and basic materials. Some things never get old to watch. Flowing water, burning fire, and these guys hand-finishing patterned concrete to perfection. Pure craftsmanship on display. He turns smooth plaster into hand-cut stone like it's nothing. Tired of choking on dust while drilling? Just attach a simple pipe to redirect it all away. A free, zero-cost hack that changes everything. Skip the measuring tools. The paper method cuts any material to a weird wall like a cheat code. Spraying is fast. Add a brush, and streaks are officially extinct. Bricks flying sky high on just raw skill. Got empty walls? That's your cue. Flip dead space into pure cozy by building a fireplace like this. Who knew something this tiny could flip the whole vibe? A few LEDs, and the outdoors suddenly starts breathing. Look at that before and after, goes nuclear. The mess didn't stand a chance. This tile lifter works overtime. Kinda wild to guess how many workers it replaced. Work shouldn't be chained to dead batteries, so a solar panel stepped in and knocked them out cold. Water still running, faucet still gone. That's a next level swap hack. Hopper bins prepped for a 62-mile haul. Loaded onto a hydraulic trailer, 460 horsepower Mack ready, metal skids locked, no concrete in sight. Totally get it if you loop this pool plastering. It hijacks your focus and refuses to let go. One-piece roof, zero assembly drama. It snaps into place like the build just hit fast forward. Meet the Paint Clone, a 5-foot robo arm copying every move while you stay out of the fumes. One fallen bro, quick assist, and he's already loaded back in. That foam covering that massive area, insanely satisfying to watch. Get ready to lose it. This DIY compressor sandblaster hits like a full-on pro rig. Don't skip the mortar, and this bricklaying method turns clean looks into real efficiency. That kind of micro-precision on an excavator? Yeah, this operator earned a like without even asking. One guy ditches the bus, pulls up on his own moped, and suddenly the whole crew's workflow breathes easier. Foam party hit the attic. Insulation went full max level. Give it seconds. That empty field flips into the smartest upgrade possible. A solar park that absolutely stuns. Stay with it. She fits crawler tracks onto an excavator and turns impossible into routine. Wasp just nuked the old school building. The Infinite 3D printer drops houses on site, and Gaia proves it by rising straight from local soil, rice waste, and clay sourced within a few miles. Proof of smart reuse. Even rotten old wood gets a second life. Now try finding a shelf this cool in a store. Heads up, a real pro seals a window mid-air. No ladder, no excuses, just clean execution. That moment when the operator's in the best team ever, just himself. Forget expensive bills. This unique radiator features a built-in compartment for 30-centimeter logs, creating a brilliant, completely free, off-grid heating masterpiece. And with this clever hack, secure a 2-square-meter electric heating mat to drywall before tiling for hidden warmth. How do you like the idea? This time-lapse is pure construction hacks energy. Massive earthworks, tight sequencing, and heavyweight coordination stacking a memorial park piece by piece. Blink through the steel rush. 2 massive arch buildings snap together at double speed for half the cost. These special bricks have heating elements embedded right inside them, so your house stays warm without a single visible heater. Here, the same idea, but these builders put concrete heating cables directly into floors, turning the entire room into one big radiator. And here's how pros keep freshly poured concrete from cracking in cold weather. Embedded heating wires warm it from inside. Looks like only top-tier cranes made the cut. Hoisting a turbine pushing 328 feet tall is no casual lift. No wrench, no fear. Everything still spins loose. From empty ground to concrete giant, a mega parking building spawning from zero to full unlock. Wall panels going up like an ant colony on autopilot. That level of teamwork doesn't need explaining. Wrap your head around this. 3 people, 45 days, and an 860 square foot house with a 290 square foot veranda rising straight from the ground. If that's not build magic, nothing is. Pouring a flawless 3mm epoxy layer completely transforms cheap surfaces. It's the best alternative for a premium glass-like finish. PaintBot on Turbo. Flawless finish, 0 time to blink. No bending, no sunburn. Tech handled it clean. Proof that brutal stone can flip into pure interior drip. This sink is so perfect, you'll want to wash your hands twice. If you think plumbing can't be satisfying, watch this pro lay underfloor heating loops with precision. Every centimeter perfectly calculated for maximum warmth. Bottle plus straw equals instant fuel siphon. Absolute genius! Drop your wild guess. How much heavy cable is hiding here, and what monster are they even building? Let the theories cook. When size finally matters, he fuses 2 ladders and unlocks max reach. Watch this mesmerizing house build in seconds. It's a completely free way to master construction sequencing without stepping foot on a muddy site. No crane? No problem. These guys figured out the smartest, low-cost way to maneuver heavy pipes on site using nothing but raw ingenuity. When road cleanup starts, go oversized! Craving non-standard solutions? Puzzle Tile has entered the chat! Material flow is so perfected, it feels like a superpower. Don't cheap out on the umbrella. It saves you a whole cleanup nightmare later. fire with manners. A smokeless Chinese-style wood stove topped with a half-inch sintered stone slab, about 2.4 inches of insulation underneath, and zero stress on the surface. Heat behaves, style stays. See this once, and you're instantly desperate to redo your kitchen sides. Not built to blend in, she sculpted a rock from foam and leftovers, hiding a mirror inside like straight-up interior sorcery. Before you ask why, wet brick slips, fire fixes. Impressive! An 11-foot woven kinetic sculpture that hypnotizes. And honestly, it could pass as the sickest chandelier ever. Have you also always wondered how those letters land so razor clean on walls? Mystery solved! This brickwork doesn't hide the window, it erases it with style. Sometimes fixing it is the L move. Wipe it out and rebuild the stairs the right way from the ground up. Old wheel rim reborn. They turned scrap steel into a fire-breathing mini stove. Trash in, heat out. Absolutely nuts! This machine chews concrete on the move and spits out a perfect channel. Proof the world's still full of wild ideas. Inventing a table base like this is pure genius. Let the tech hold the stone. Muscles stay out of it. Eyes glued, a flawlessly thought-out build that turns any backyard into a full-on dream setup. Huge forged canopy and just raw hands. Big respect. Childhood dream unlocked. This woodworking build is nothing short of totally brilliant. This spiral metal staircase is pure hand-built art. Every joint welded by touch, every detail treated like it matters. It starts messy, but terrazzo demands patience, and the finish shines loud enough to explain itself. The scale of these gates makes you instantly want to see what's hiding behind them. Concrete pretending to be wood, carved grain, solid weight, and a finish so real it messes with your head. Pro move. One of the most satisfying build moments. The porch, and this crew delivers it at pure fantasy tier. Feels like billionaire energy, but this roof replacement is flawless. Tight coordination, clean execution, no wasted motion. Just peep this slick hack to move an excavator. Need a cellar or a sauna? Easy. Just order snap together modules like it's takeout. Cozy delivered. This dude moves like he unlocked the eraser tool in real life. Laminate hack dialed in. Pencil, scrap piece. No guesswork. You're welcome. Tons of materials, a full crew, and that final touch just steals the show. These guys move like they rolled straight out of a Swiss watch factory. Is this still asphalt paving, or did it just turn into a full-on synchronization contest? Behold this. The roof takes a rail ride down like it's on a construction roller coaster. Zoom in. The attention to detail in this tile cut is total obsession. No way you called this! Concrete morphs into a real-looking bear and straight up fries your brain. Baseboards botched like a scam, but this fix flips the mess into a laser-clean finish. If you're ready to be impressed, this pop ceiling flower build flips a plain ceiling into a full-blown statement. Linoleum busted, quick fix cooked up, and locked in. If the jobs ever dry up, these guys are set. That balance is insane. Straight circus energy. Trust level unlocked. One guy's the safety system, the other's all in. Didn't overthink it. Grabbed a shovel and went wide with the strokes. This Korean builder heats an entire portable clay house through the floor using just an outdoor wood stove and insulated foundation channels. Genius off-grid living! Turn your wall into art. Tile and light doing the heavy lifting. Peak practicality. Saw edition. Why shovel the old boring way when you can combine multiple shovels into one ultimate digging machine? Same effort, triple the result. Don't miss the frame. Concrete gets erased, steel stays chilling. Hydro demo keeps it quiet, clean, and stupidly precise. Know how to stack it right, and suddenly one trip does the work of 5. Who cooked this up? This cable pulling thing feels illegal. It's so good. Who's winning against heavy tile? This lifter. Backs off duty, job still rolling. Let's be real, this crew knows how to work smart, not overloaded. No fancy tools, just cardboard making tile marking an effortless brain move. If you've never done this, don't get it twisted. He bends it like paper. That's years in the hands. Toy car kids grew up. Playtime's not over. Now, Tile rides the track like a pro toy run. Fully mechanized pour. A 1.6-inch self-leveling floor, 1,300 square feet, smoked in 1 hour, coming out dead flat and ready for whatever board you throw on top. Trash shouldn't steal focus. Send it sliding out and get back to work. Everyone's on that healthy life wave, and this sauce straight up feels like the future. Texture wizard at work. The skill level is honestly ridiculous. Road paving went viral. A dosing wheelbarrow and an ultra-light leveling screed just stole the show. When a concrete mixer and a drill have a wild idea, meet the Beton Screw Beast. Building fences and corrals? These adjustable hangers are straight-up speed boosters. Posts fly in, progress stays fast. Hot take. If your site doesn't have these rails yet, what are you even doing? Hold up. Wooden bricks? No cap, this looks illegal, but aesthetic AF. Here's how 2 simple wheels make mowing way easier. Lifting just turned into a seamless, button-powered ride for heavy load. Insulate your tiny home for winter with this simple method using a stove and pipes. Multiple curves retain heat and keep it even in freezing temps. Unexpected duo unlocked. Keep cutting on repeat while your arms stay fresh. Funny how geometry class finally paid off. Build like a pro with these hidden 90-degree connection tricks. Perfectly square, rock solid, and beginner friendly. Construction update. If you can't fly a drone, you're basically underqualified now. This self-made pool heater using a solo stove and copper coil raises water temperature by 11 degrees Fahrenheit. And it actually works. Hold up, does this guy have a magnetic throw or what? Everything lands way too smooth. This real grass laid on a rooftop is free, natural insulation that slashes summer heat, and honestly, looks better than any roofing material. Stop climbing ladders just to drop tools. A tape measure does the job clean and easy. Here's the fastest, reliable pipe installation and connection method. Pro technique that prevents costly leaks and saves serious time. Element Masters have entered the chat. So satisfying! Box, rope, 2 wheels. DIY cable line that makes the pull smooth like butter. Heat gun versus pipes, and the heat gun is winning. Under the blazing sun, these guys put safety first. No shortcuts. Check this monster spreader in action. When the mess vanishes like it never existed. Expertise at its finest. full interior reveal of a shipping container turned into a complete home. Proof that budget alternative housing can look absolutely jaw-dropping. Ever seen cutters like these? Lifesavers when the concrete saw's way too loud. Imagine top-tier machines used for art. Seriously, this company didn't hire workers. They recruited artists and turned construction into a flex. This master craftsman revives the ancient Korean Andal underfloor heating system using cheap dirt, sand, and physics. Warm floors, less firewood, 0 radiators needed. Smooth drop, no drama. Slap a speed switch on the trowel and the work starts smoking from sheer pace. Concrete pretending to be wood. Grain, knots, warmth. Your eyes lose the argument. This mini teaser guide to your first Venetian plaster is so clear, you could start today without overthinking. After mowing, he turns the handle into a ladder, multitasking on legendary difficulty. Watch a fully functional stove table combo built from scratch in a stunning time lapse. 2 problems solved in one genius self-assembly. Chainsaw joins the Finesse Club, shaving MDF so the sheets click together like laminate. Wild, but genius.
Can I do that again or what?
Best jobs are the ones that do half the work for you. How about growing tomatoes upside down inside hanging plastic bottles? 0 garden space needed. Just hang them and watch produce grow downwards. This tiny crane looks mid, but it's out here moving mountains. Is this teamwork boosting the pace, or is someone just freeloading? If you love breaking builds down like this, you know what to do. Sub up and tap the bell. Jackhammer said, why not? Slapped on a shovel, and digging suddenly got way more fun. Peep this. Specialized stirrups turn drywall install into stupid easy mode. Why buy tomato seedlings when an old cup of water does the job for free? Drop a cutting in, wait for roots, then plant. Rough method, smart idea. The road gets cleared in no time. Perfect countertop didn't exist, so they cast one in concrete and casually set a new standard. Big brain move. Let the tool do the work. So that's the roofing sponge's real job. Quick lapse, surface dry, back to business. Wet chaos flipped into a solid win. Laser screed on site. Muscles get a break while the slab stays dead on flat. Forklift who? Truck does the lifting itself. 4,500 pounds handled like light work. When a hobby turns into a paycheck, 40 lawns done in one day. No mercy! That rock just had the best day of its life! Sight slide engaged. Trash goes way straight down the tube. Settle in. Lawn build from bare dirt, start to finish. Looks like nonsense. Turns out it's a cheat code. Hyundai's solid, sure, but the driver, straight up wizard behind the wheel. Tape measure hack, paint line built in. Marks hit first try. Pouring a concrete roof sounds terrifying until you watch this guy mix, pour, and level the whole thing like this. Peep this. The truck hits its final form and turns full crane mode. Absolute power. Half architectural masterpiece, half industrial flex. It's not just built, it's choreographed. This looks like the kind of job you'd enjoy every day. Just watching it slide down that smooth. Sedan went full mixer mode. No supplies, no waiting. Just pour and go. Chasing every sun ray. Spin that panel and squeeze the max juice. Go big or go home. The tool matches the mission. When a game's about to go off the rails, you park 22 heavy beasts as the net. Problem contained. But did you know that sweet potatoes in a fabric bag produce more giant tubers than a traditional garden bed with no digging, no raised beds? Rear view camera, budget edition, and somehow it works. This little buddy clocking in with dad, running cabin cleanup like a tiny site supervisor. Blink and the concrete's airborne. Jack handles it, you just watch. Curb prep almost on autopilot. Set, line, done. No budget, no fuss. This method turns basic materials into legit structural walls. Turn an old plastic bottle into a perfect rain nozzle in minutes. Free, and works better than half the store-bought ones. Sky crane in the air. Workers fly in massive steel sections, locking 64 lattice towers together piece by piece. Heavy metal, airborne style. Old but gold. In situ niche forming still hits every time. Build an entire house from earth-filled sandbags. That's completely free natural material that creates thick, insulated walls stronger than you'd ever expect. Almost 1,600 pounds in one wheelbarrow. Physics is officially nervous. This near castle yard shows luxury. Heated ground, zero snow drama, lights on, surface shining like it flexes. Forget digging up potatoes on your hands and knees. Grow them in bags. Loosen the soil with a drill, then just tip and collect. River dredging and sludge removal process. Heavy, serious, and weirdly satisfying to watch. Every turn of the wheels does the work. Brass doesn't stand a chance. Illegal levels of efficiency. A tractor wash that's pure genius in its simplicity. A two-tractor handshake. One keeps it calm, the other makes it permanent. Hit the comments. What was this dude even cooking with that idea? This vacuum carrier dodges hernias, and future you is already saying thanks. Stones stay put, puddles don't spawn. That glue is pure industrial alchemy. Need a hole any size? Just a strip and a dream. Send it and watch the perfect circle appear. Ditch the hand trowel grind. This beast rig lays a perfect bed in one go. Just drag and drop. It's basically an auto wash setting for the lazy but smart builder. Foundation's literally waterproofed to the moon. Locked in, sealed up, and 100% stress-free. These chads are literally eyeballing brick patterns. No ruler, just straight vibes. This skill is goated. Bro ran out of mortar and unlocked 200 IQ mode. Copper pipe ceiling hitting different. He's using a solder hack for that perfect waterproof finish. Layouts just became a breeze with this rail trick. When the mountains say no, the heli says bet. Dropping a whole tractor in the middle of nowhere is god tier. These ladders are intertwined like a literal maze just to get that perfect paint job. Plus 1000 aura for the setup. This is wild! Infinite strength glitch? Nah, just infinite riz. These legends are out here faking massive stones, and the detail is actually insane. The way this adapter hits with the insulation screw is just, chef's kiss. I've seen a lot, but this? My jaw is officially on the floor. No cap, pure skill. So this is the secret sauce for brick window openings. Watch him turn raw concrete into high-end exterior details. This isn't just construction, it's a whole mood. Yeah, this penetrating sealer is a whole workout. But the water repellent effect? Even your rain boots are jealous of this driveway right now. Tell me you're a pro without telling me. This stick is the endgame low-tech hack to dodge that overload. Say goodbye to those wonky gaps. This is how you get that pixel-perfect fit every single time. Stop guessing, start curving. 90% depth cuts every 0.39 inches equals the ultimate flexibility glitch. It's all about that precision, fam. Hogwarts vibes incoming. This brick staircase build is literally breaking the laws of physics. Level of handiwork? Legendary. Watching this recessed wall niche come together is straight up therapy. That reel system is doing the most right now, turning 5 hours of work into 5 minutes. You found the S-Tier Fit Anywhere tool. No gas needed, folds in seconds, and fits right in your car. Absolute W for the smart builder. Who said you need a pro rig for that deep clean? No more babysitting columns. FastTube is the ultimate anxiety-free cheat code that moisture can't touch. Watch this rib runner eat. Time to switch from consumer to creator. This improvised easy out puts control back in your hands. When the grinder is the exact spec for the job, it's not work, it's a flow state. No mess, no stress. This silicone spreader lays seams so clean, they look CGI rendered. Start seeing through walls. The PX10 is basically X-ray vision for your drill path. This vacuum is literally a portable black hole. Final boss torque unleashed. Watch the power snap into place. Circular saw goes feral. Even a foundation isn't safe from getting carved out. The crumbling 170-year-old house gets a jaw-dropping, complete transformation. Watch every stage from demolition to stunning, finished interior in this full renovation. Forget tearing up your old stone path, as Flomex Easy fills crumbling grout joints and blocks weeds, frost, and ants permanently in one shot. Tunnel Tamer Online bolts the ceiling, hangs the net, and dares the rock to try something. Certified unit! Want bigger, straighter carrots every single time? This simple planting trick with smart soil prep guarantees a better harvest. Pros do pro things. Results speak loud. 0 tracks left behind. That's how locked in this guy is on the finish. Now pour concrete into a wooden box crate, and you've got a rolling workshop table. Brilliant upcycling hack using leftover scrap for free. An automated circular saw for leveling floor slabs sounds like something out of the future, but that's exactly what you can find on modern construction sites today. Laying a waterproofing membrane is an ideal way to protect a building from leaks and moisture, extending the life of the entire structure. Believe me, window installation has never been done this cleverly before. Still throwing away old tires? Then check out this 1750 square foot shelter built entirely out of rubber. It's high time to discover the most satisfying hack for installing a reinforced frame on the entire internet. Living in a warm climate, Then catch this life hack to keep your kitchen properly ventilated at all times. This DIY invention proves that user manuals don't always describe the most efficient way to use a tool. This team works so smoothly and precisely that their cement work is indistinguishable from real stonework. I don't know if you've ever had to deal with mounting foam hardware inside the gun, but now, at least you know it can be revived instead of replaced. Try to come up with a more genius way to drive a pile into the ground than this one. I'll wait. Turns out, just 3 pieces of rebar are all it takes to split a brick perfectly in two. Did you know that special foam can be used to reinforce crumbling foundations, preventing them from sinking even further? If you're confused about what this guy is assembling on the ceiling of this apartment, give it a few seconds. What comes next will blow your mind. Here's another incredible construction method: spraying concrete under pressure like it's an aerosol can. Fantasy fans should step away from their screens, because this video might convince you to spend all your savings on a fireplace like this. Well, it's definitely a lot faster than using a brush. By the way, drop a comment if you know what this is actually for. This isn't just a hack, it's an essential safety tool for anyone who works on ladders. I simply refuse to believe that someone could create a masterpiece like this out of tile. Remember, there's no such thing as a slow worker. Only those who haven't watched enough tips and hacks videos. And for those who have. So, don't forget to subscribe. Apparently, a little knowledge of physics really is the ultimate hack for an easier life. This ambitious construction project built inside an earthen hill proves that talented builders can pull off anything. Realize you want a covered veranda, but the house is already built? No problem. These builders know exactly how to make the perfect extension. This guy figured out how to straighten metal wire using only a drill. Why didn't I think of that? Don't talk to this guy about precision. He invented the word. Here's how to get perfectly even pipe cuts. Truly impressive. I bet a single worker with a pneumatic breaker like this is 10 times more efficient than a whole crew with sledgehammers. Want flooring that's both affordable and stylish? then a combination of epoxy resin and rubber crump is exactly what you need. Wait, did you really think railroad workers clean tracks by hand? Turns out that in 2026, creating the perfect lawn doesn't require shovels or rakes. All you need is a special grass seed mix. This guy's roller shoes are literally the key to moving heavy loads around the construction site with ease. This guy should totally be some kind of engineer, because he has a real talent for making work easier. I bet you've never seen a way to cut wires this safely before.
Wow, beautiful.
Forget the shovel. From now on, the only problem you'll have during snowy winters is finding a place to rent one of these miracle machines. Pick your jaw up off the floor and grab your screwdriver, because that lawn isn't going to become perfect by itself. And this is hands down the best way to tie a corner knot, allowing you to make a canopy out of virtually any piece of tarp. Facade work is impossible without scaffolding, and luckily, these pros know how to assemble it in just half a day. When you order an excavator at a discount, be ready for this marvel of engineering to show up. When you work as an excavator driver, but your true calling is acrobatics, this is what you end up with. Check out the technology that makes it possible to create a concrete pipe in just 1 minute. No radiators, no drafts, no wasted space. This builder installs heating pipes directly inside the walls, creating invisible, radiant warmth across the entire room. It's mind-blowing, but thanks to helicopter delivery and perfect teamwork, installing each section of this TV tower takes just 7 to 9 minutes. Here's a tutorial on how to show your neighbors you're a cycling fan using nothing but your fence. Feeling dizzy from the height yet? Then check out a water tower pipe being dismantled step by step. This is what happens when you hire a professional to drill a well. Wondering how to lower an excavator into a quarry without a crane? Just watch. You're about to see it for yourself. With skills like these, when it comes to creatively joining parts, this guy definitely deserves a job in LEGO's design department. Warning, jaw-dropping content ahead. You don't always have to dismantle an old chimney. Everything about this concrete pouring technique is just perfect. An automated circular saw for leveling floor slabs sounds like something out of the future, but that's exactly what you can find on modern construction sites today. Looks like somebody never skipped chemistry class. How else do you explain the working hydrophobic spray made from just 2 ingredients? This impressive lift has sped up construction so much that workers don't waste time moving any more than they have to. Now you know that a lack of electricity on a construction site is just an excuse that inexperienced workers use. Turns out these builders weren't kidding when they promised to build a backyard parking lot in a single day. This is what joint filling looks like when a true master is on the job. Still wasting time rearranging ladders? Then check out how this genius handles the job. At first glance, this material might not seem like the best choice for your yard, but the final result will change your mind. Hit that like button if you thought manholes were removed before the asphalt was poured. There's no way a single attachment on a crane could make replacing a 70,000-volt power line pole this easy, right? And now, don't blink, because these pros are about to show you how to build the perfect home add-on. Remember these stone blocks, because they're one of the best ways to reinforce a slope while still keeping it stylish. It's never been this easy to sand 215 meters of ceilings in just half a day without getting sore arms or a stiff neck. Meet the mini concrete mixer excavator that loads materials by itself and speeds up the entire workflow several times over. What better way to showcase a master's skill than to make it look like the laws of physics just stopped working? Thanks to this level of teamwork, every piece of rebar gets bent exactly where it needs to be. You won't need a crane or an elevator when you've got teammates like this. Only a true master could create and assemble a structure this impressive. Concrete staircases are usually built, but this guy creates them like actual sculptures. You may have never thought about how concrete slabs are made, but the technology behind them is surprisingly simple. Careful, after seeing how easily this craftsman makes a stone sink, you might want to try it yourself. Construction tip number 325. If you're planning to insulate your attic, call in pros like these guys. Why? Just watch and you'll see. What's the difference between a professional and an ordinary worker? A pro knows how to make exactly what they need practically out of trash. Driving a 10-meter foundation pile into the ground in just a couple of minutes isn't that hard when you've got an excavator like this. If there were Olympic Games for ingenuity, this guy would be taking home the gold. I don't know why you'd ever need this, but if you do have to transplant a fully grown palm tree, it turns out it's actually possible. Trust me, even a small thing like this can save you a lot of time. So write this one down. Anyone order a welding speedrun? These crawling cranes can handle some seriously heavy loads, even on the swampiest terrain. But enough construction hacks. Here's one for renovation. Most people know fresh concrete needs moisture to be strong, but these guys figured out how to automate that process. I swear, their ancestors designed the pyramids centuries ago. How else do you explain talent like this? You'll be amazed by what can be built out of cardboard, and even more surprised that this is real, not AI generated. If you don't believe an excavator can become an extension of an operator's hands, just take a look at this. Even when a classic gutter system can't be attached to the roof, an experienced builder always has a workaround. Check this out. You can drill a well yourself without any heavy equipment, even if it takes a whole week. Only true construction pros can pull off this foam block laying technique. To transform a boring room, you only need 3 things: polystyrene foam, mortar, and skilled hands. This thing looks like a failed DIY experiment, but its simplicity means you can forget about hauling full, heavy buckets forever. This welder's experience and reflexes let him move fast while staying precise down to the millimeter. This guy really lucked out. He's got the most satisfying job on the entire construction site. Construction tip number 45. Why waste time laying dozens of tiles when you can lay just one? Everyone makes mistakes, but with this puller tool, they won't be critical. Who needs store-bought trash cans when you can make piece of art from leftover tiles? One look at these guys' tile work, and you immediately know that they're not new to the trade. Here's what happens to a wall when a grinder expert also happens to be a master of optical illusions. Even if this is your first time hearing about grinding edge strips with quartz sand, it's easy to see how automation makes the process much easier. Could you ever imagine concrete being turned into a column like this? There's a fine line where construction work turns into art, and this master crossed it a long time ago. With this silicone tool, you can forget about throwing away buckets with dried cement inside. If you also hate cleaning up crumbling cement, here's a solid hack from these guys. This is how even a small-scale factory can produce reinforced concrete poles in impressive quantities. If you've never used a can opener tool before, now might be the time to consider it. Did these guys decide to cut tunnels into walls instead of doorways? In any case, this concrete drilling crown can handle openings of almost any size. Here's our chance to take a peek at how a circular rainwater drain is made. Watch this asphalt paving machine literally do all the work for a whole crew. Yes, you're seeing this right. This guy is actually cutting a concrete beam using water. Here's how to make a DIY hammer in just 5 steps. One that won't damage anything while you're using it. Finally! It's time to break something! Just in case you were ever wondering where faulty spark plugs end up. Bet you never thought an old circular saw could be turned into a sanding disc this easily. Honestly, with a helpful tool like this, even I could become a successful tiler. Sure, you could replace a chipped tile entirely, but what if you didn't have to? These guys don't waste a second when it comes to reshaping a wooden beam. Don't skip ahead. It's not every day you get to see a staircase this impressive being built. Who would have thought that building a gazebo could be this fast and perfectly coordinated? Now you know that asphalt trimming requires maximum precision. Replacing a foundation support sounds like a job for a true pro. Luckily, this guy has just as many hacks as he does experience. See those 2 pipes? Now check out the trick this machine can pull off. When plumbers need to tap into a pipe of this diameter, they bust out this heavy caliber life hack. This electrician definitely knows how to use their working hours as efficiently as possible. Using a template while marking makes it much easier to create a perfectly aligned built-in ventilation hood. If you want your foundation to last for decades, take a look at how these pros apply waterproofing. This video alone will convince you not to throw away the lid from a used bucket of putty. Now you know how much equipment and how many skilled workers it takes to install 6.5 meters by 1.75 meter doors. Think it's impossible to level a natural stone floor? Well, this Tyler is about to show you what can be done in just half a day. Is it possible to build a fully functional window without using even a single gram of plastic? The answer is right in front of you. That's it for today's Build Madness. Now hit the comments. What's the most "this should not work" hack you've ever seen on a job site? And yeah, smash that sub and like before the next brain melter drops.